Kardashian won't be talking about crypto anytime soon. The reality star has agreed to pay an over $1 million fine to the SEC for promoting the cryptocurrency EthereumMax. SEC Chair Gary Gensler saying the law requires celebrities to, quote, disclose to the public when and how much they are paid to promote investing in securities. Keeping up with the SEC is Lisa Bragança, former SEC Enforcement Branch Chief and Managing Partner at Bragança Law. Hello there, Lisa. Thanks for joining us. So, you know, of all the tokens out there in all the world, why this one, EthereumMax?
Well, this was a gift to the SEC and Chairman Gensler. The SEC is always looking for a way to get the message out to the public. And when somebody with the kind of following that Kim Kardashian has makes a blunder like this, that's a layup for the SEC. I mean, it was just flat out a violation. And you know, they were able to not just bring a case and issue a press release, but issue a press release and have Gary Gensler appearing on TV with pictures of Kim Kardashian. Like, he doesn't get that kind of publicity. So that's just awesome. You know, wow. There hasn't been as great an opportunity like that since we had Richard Thaler appearing on The Big Short, you know, next to Selena Gomez in a bubble bath. That's awesome.
But so from this case, it sounds like EthereumMax is a security, but the SEC has not gone after them for selling unregistered securities. You know, what's going to happen there?
We don't. And this is a thing that I have to struggle with explaining to many clients, where the SEC doesn't have to go after everyone. It can determine that something is a security and that, you know, there are violations, but just choose to go after the person who's touting it and not to shut down the entire offering. You know, it's like when a police officer pulls over people who are speeding on the highway. It isn't a defense to say that there were other folks who were going faster. They pulled you over. So here, yeah, it seems really strange that they would just go after Kim Kardashian, that they would get this massive fine, which is 4 times the amount that she was paid. But they did, and I think what they're trying to show via the fine, at least, is, you know, it's been years since the SEC announced very clearly that these types of offerings they consider to be securities. And so each time, you know, they first brought their case against Floyd Mayweather in 2018. Then we had Steven Seagal, 2020. Now we have this one, and I think they're showing greater levels of irritation. So they want bigger penalties.
Is it just reserved for those securities? Is the goal here, though, potentially to chill celebrity enthusiasm for anything crypto related? You know, that fortune shouldn't favor the bold or the brave or whatever it is that Matt Damon was. You know, we had discussed this earlier off the air, and this whole idea, you know, like why Kardashian, not Matt Damon, and the folks at South Park who have done a great job at skewering Matt Damon all season long. It's just, but I mean, is the goal here to kind of say, hey, just everyone stop with shilling anything crypto?
In short, yes. I think the SEC is not thrilled with crypto. They think that almost everything, I mean, look at the Ripple case. They're still litigating over whether Ripple is a security or not. They consider all of this securities, and there is a system in place. And the SEC views it as, you know, look, there's a lot of industry participants who are regulated. There's FINRA, there's the New York Stock Exchange, there's all kinds of, you know, other entities who participate with the SEC in policing the market. And here we have the crypto community operating outside of that. So, you know, it sticks in their craw. Yeah, they think you are subject to the same kind of rules. Why don't we see, we do see people out there, celebrities, touting products, Fortune 500 company products, but you don't typically see, you don't see a Kim Kardashian or Matt Damon out there touting, General Motors stock or, any kind of, are they out there touting Alphabet? Not that anybody has to, but it's you don't see that, and there's a reason. There are securities laws specifically that apply, and here, the SEC wants to put out this message, get it out to as broad a swath of the public as they can, and here's this great opportunity. When does Gary Gensler get to appear on a screen, split screen, with somebody like Kim Kardashian?
She's single now. She's not dating Pete Davidson anymore, so maybe he has a shot.
Maybe.
I think he's still happily married, but not sure.
To Kim Kardashian's defense,
it doesn't stop celebrities.
She actually did disclose that her posts were ads. She had hashtag ad in each of the videos she posted. Isn't that disclosing that she's getting paid for it?
That is disclosing that there is some payment, and that may be enough for other regulatory areas. So maybe if she were touting a product, that might be enough. I'm not sure it is, because we have other regulators who cover those types of offerings, like the Federal Trade Commission. We have state regulators, unfair trade practices laws. We have all kinds of laws out there. But here, the chairman is absolutely right to say there is a specific statute, a specific part of the Securities Act that addresses and requires that there be disclosure, not just that this is a paid promotion, but the amount that someone either has been paid or expects to be paid for the promotion. And that's where she blew it.
Yeah,
and she was pretty misleading, in saying, oh, my friends told me about this. I mean, come on. You bury hashtag ad down at the bottom, but you say, my friends
I would like Matt Damon to put at the bottom of his ad, how much he gets paid by Crypto.com to do those. But, another question I had was, does this case share similarities with crypto influencer? No, FTX was Larry David. With crypto influencer Ian Bellina. Okay. Does this case share similarities with crypto influencer Ian Bellina, who is being charged by the SEC for promoting and later reselling Sparkster token during an ICO in 2018, just, going after influencers rather than token issuers?
I think it does. And I think, the SEC, just like lots of other regulators, will go after the low-hanging fruit. And these influencers, people who are touting, they are easier to pick off than the issuers. Oftentimes the issuers are offshore, or they don't, they're just more difficult to go after. So, they may have more money for legal defense. So here we have, I think the SEC saying, well, we can have a big impact on this industry if we go after the influencers. And then, we'll get to the issuers eventually.